We've got great games in every window on Sunday, early, late afternoon, and evening. And the nightcap, the 4-1 Cowboys at the 5-0 Eagles. After last week's win against the Arizona Cardinals, Jalen Hurts said he doesn't like hearing 5-0 next to the Eagles. He was asked if, despite not liking it, can he appreciate the fact that they have won every game they've played this year. Here's his response.
It's very hard to win in this league, and I think that's the balance that I have to obtain in knowing how hard it is, but also being eager and hungry to want more. I mean, and that's what it is. When you have self-disappointment, that should breed to self-improvement, and just striving for more. And that's always what I'm going to do. Enough is never enough, and it's always going to be that way. And for me, win, lose, or draw, the process remains the same, and it goes on.
We've seen Jalen Hurts one other time in primetime this year, Peter. That was week 2, part of the Monday night overlapping doubleheader, the game against the Vikings. Hurts was spectacular, but you know what? The Vikings defense is not spectacular. It's the opposite of spectacular. And DeMarcus Lawrence from the Cowboys made a very important comment yesterday. Not so sure I'd feel comfortable about the fact that he's putting that noise out there if I'm a Cowboys fan. But he basically said, we don't know how good Jalen Hurts is because he hasn't played us yet. And that's the great unknown here. Is Hurts going to be able to continue to do what we've seen him do all year long against one of the best 2 defenses in the NFL? Neither the Cowboys nor the 49ers have allowed a single team to score 20 or more points all year long. The Cowboys, the old doomsday defense, remember that, Peter? The doomsday defense of the 70s? They're back. And we'll see if Jalen Hurts can get it done against a unit that is that good at every level.
Look, we could argue probably, Mike, about what offensive line is the best in football right now. Some people might say Cleveland, which has had a very good start to its season. I'd probably say Philadelphia, just edging Kansas City and Cleveland. And what's made Philadelphia's offensive line so impressive is that they've had injuries. And now left tackle Jordan Mailata is, dealing with a shoulder injury. And, the 2 tackles in this game, because of the incredible speed around the edge, the LT-like speed of Micah Parsons, are going to have to be totally on their games Sunday at the Link. But the one other thing I think I would say is, look, there's one thing about Jalen Hurts that in the past, in the last few weeks, when Dallas has gone up against quarterbacks, and let's just use last week as an example. Matthew Stafford is not able to get away from DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons. And I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to get away from every rush of those guys. But Jalen Hurts is averaging 14 rushes a game. And, of course, some of those are not designed runs. Some of them happen when you're flushed out of the pocket and you have to scramble. And he's done a great job doing that. So when I look at it, honestly, I understand the way DeMarcus Lawrence, hey, he hasn't played us yet. Their secondary has been excellent too. So this is a great test for Jalen Hurts. But the Cowboys haven't played Jalen Hurts yet either. And I just think I really have a lot of admiration for Jalen Hurts, how he's played, the way he's led his team, and Mike, his just overall ethos, okay? He doesn't have to, be the star. He doesn't even want to be the star. I'll tell you a very quick story. 2 weeks ago when I covered their game against Jacksonville, after the game, I spent about 10 minutes with him, and we were talking, and I said, how much have you learned from your dad? And, because his father in high school, Channelview High School, rather, in Texas, his dad was his coach. So twice in his answer, he called him Coach Hurts. And there's something about that. It's very Texas in so many ways, but it's also almost, it just leads me to think that this is a guy who can be coached, wants to be coached. You talk to Nick Sirianni, He's the most eminently coachable quarterback he's had. So, look, this is going to be a really good game, but no matter what happens in this game, Jalen Hurts is the long-term quarterback for this team, and they're in very good hands.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.